Hello and welcome to your November 2021 TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. It's always such a pleasure and an honor to be here with you and to give you a little bit of insight and guidance into the month ahead. So TarotScopes are something that I do once a month, and I do release it the last Friday of the month is when you can expect your TarotScopes, and the videos remain open to you throughout the entire month and even thereafter. TarotScopes are recorded individually for each sign of the zodiac, and I do set the intention that they be applicable and appropriate for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. So if you know what those are, you're welcome to watch those videos as well to get additional insight and guidance. So TarotScopes, basically what we look at doing is we look at getting a little bit of information around all sorts of areas of your life, just to sort of give you an indication of the energy of what's happening, what you can expect, so that you know if you're planning anything, or if anything, if there's something that you're looking at doing or looking at implementing, when is the right time to be doing that. So we do have a quick little peek in at your emotional self, your financial self, your health and well-being, as well as what to look out for and what to be careful of, or what to look forward to for the month ahead. I do work with a combination of tarot and oracle. So we do the oracle card to give us the kind of overall energy for the month, and then we use tarot to get specifics for each of the different areas that we're looking into. And as I said, these are recorded to just help you navigate whatever's going on in your life. So if you find yourself during the month worrying about something, concerned around something, nervous about something, come back to your TarotScope. Come back to TarotScope and have a look, because there may be something in it that will just help you on making the best decision, the right decision for you at that time. So I have changed my video schedule. I used to do a daily tarot readings every single day to give you guidance. Unfortunately, I've had to stop that for now, purely because it's silly season, which means that my diary is jam-packed full of appointments, and I just don't have the time to record videos each day. So at the moment, I'm giving you a week ahead reading on a Sunday. So Sunday morning, 8 a.m. South African time, 8 a.m., 9 a.m.-ish South African time, you will have a week ahead detailed reading to give you the idea, the energy for the week ahead. And then every Friday, I give you some other interesting content. It's normally a pick a card, unless it's the last Friday of the month, in which case it's TarotScopes. So friends, I am also busy recording at the moment the 2022 year ahead video readings that have been ordered. And OMG, I was completely overwhelmed with how many of you booked with me, so thank you so much for that. So I am starting to record those on the beginning of November, and that's going to keep me very, very busy. So I'm so looking forward to doing that. And yeah, to my YouTube channel members, a huge big thank you to each one of you. I do so value and appreciate your time, your energy, and the fact that you connect with me every single week. And for those of you on the top 2 tiers, every Wednesday we do live readings where you get to ask questions and I get to give you detailed answers, and it is always such fun. So if you are thinking about joining and wanting to connect with me and get readings on a weekly basis, do consider clicking that join button right down there. All right, friends, we're going to start off with your reading, and I do hope that you enjoy. If you do, please do remember to give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get started. Okay, Cancerians, let's get into your November reading. I have shuffled and laid out some cards just to speed up the process and to save you the torture of watching me shuffle cards badly. We're going to start with this card over here, which is going to give you your theme for the month of November. So, and this is from the Oracle deck. Your theme, my favorite animal, the giraffe. How beautiful is that? And the key word is thriving. So you know what? And I mean, I just love the artwork and the graphics that's coming through here. So Cancerians, this is Spirit saying to you the month of November is going to be the month where you're just gonna have an awesome life, an awesome experience. It means that whatever situations happen, whatever you're going through during the month, you will come out of it really happy, successful, well. That there's a lot that you can look forward to and thriving. You know, if you do open up a dictionary and just or Google the word thriving, and to see that it means achieving everything that you could possibly. It's not about coming in at 60%. It's not about, just scraping through. It's about succeeding and achieving everything that you've set out for yourself. But it doesn't happen automatically, okay? This is something that you create and manifest for yourself. This is something that you've put the work in, you've put the effort in, you've done everything that you need to do in order to thrive. And therefore, during the month of November, Cancerian energy, you are going to thrive. I love that. I love the artwork. And yeah, if you know me personally, you know that giraffes are just my soul animal. I am a giraffe fanatic. Love, love, love my giraffes. All right, let's have a look. So we've got some tarot decks laid out here, 2 different tarot decks. We're going to go through these 3 first, which are going to give us different information around different areas that we need to focus on or for the month of November. So we're going to start here with your emotional. What can you expect emotionally? Your emotional well-being for the month of November. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Oh, I love it. So we have a major arcana card. It is the card of the sun. Major arcana card of the sun is the card of happiness, of joy, of success, of abundance, of any kind of positive word that you can think of is what the sun represents. If you think about our universe, the world that we live in, the sun is the center of our universe and everything revolves around the sun. The sun is also the thing that gives life to us, that brings us everything. Without the sun we would perish and die, and so would the plants, the trees, the animals, etc. So the sun is the most important thing. And if you have had a couple of days of, bad weather, overcast, grey kind of weather, we get affected by that. And the next day that the sun shines, we are suddenly, everything looks brighter, everything looks crisper, the colors are bolder, everything is just so fabulous because the sun brings vitality, happiness, and joy into our lives. And remember, you are thriving. So on an emotional level, you are going to be feeling really good this month. Okay, Cancerians, you're not going to be overwhelmed with emotion and sadness and worry and stress. You will have those, absolutely, because that's life. But generally speaking, you are going to be feeling like you can accomplish anything, like you can overcome anything. You're going to be feeling, and I do think this is also confirming that any kind of problems that you have, any kind of challenges that you have, you're going to overcome them really quickly, really easily, and it's going to be simple. It's going to be amazing. And if you look at this lady, I mean, she just looks awesome. She just looks so full of life and so full of vitality. And I know it's a cliche, but like, she doesn't have a care in the world. She doesn't have a worry. And isn't that just such an awesome thing? I mean, to be in that place. And emotionally, this is where you could be because you are just thriving. You are just doing so well. So acknowledge that. Don't feel like you're being self-centered or selfish or, full of yourself, by acknowledging how good you feel and how good everything is in your life. So if there is anything to celebrate, please do that this month, okay? Celebrate, acknowledge, be, but just don't feel guilty for being so happy and don't feel guilty for being this happy in your life. Alrighty, good. So Cancerians, next we're going to have a look at your finances, your material possessions, your work, your career, and your finances. Let's see what is the energy of November. So we have a second major arcana card, which is part of thriving, part of significance, and it's the card of the Chariot. So the Chariot is the card of movement. The Chariot is the card of progress, of journey, of exploration. So from a career point of view, what this is saying to you is that change is inevitable, okay? Life is all about change. Every day there's change. Every day, even though we might be stuck in routine and we may be, holding on to the same method and process, but we have to understand that each day you are moving closer to a goal, closer to the destination. And the Chariot is the card that says to you, yes, there is momentum and there is progress and there is change happening. But the thing that's most important is that you stay focused on what is relevant and what is appropriate. And when we look at this card, there's actually quite a lot happening around this card. So obviously the focus is this character in the front here who is on a skateboard and it looks like they're about to fall, but maybe they're in control. We don't know that. We've got ladybirds, we've got bees, we've got all of these good luck kind of charms happening in front here. We've got the dandelion, which is about your wishes coming true and all of that. We've got the sweetness of the honey. We've got the ladybirds. And then if you look in the background, we've got these gray people, and I use air quotes because they're just like robotic and they're just going through life. They're not really focused on outcomes or destination or what they're doing. They're sort of just like boom, 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 boom. They don't even, they walk almost blinded to their environment, okay? And it's about making the decision to not be a gray person, to not be a robot, to not be the same as everybody else. It's about making the decision to be all that you can be, to be more than you can be. Okay. Thriving. Absolutely. It's living your best life and it's thriving. So, Cancerians, the chariot card around your money, around your finances, your career, and your possessions is, again, it's basically saying to you, don't take your eye off the prize. Know what you're working towards, know what's important and significant, know what's relevant in your life, and know what matters above all else. And don't take your eye off the prize. Honestly, I can't think of any other way of saying that. It's about staying focused on the bigger picture, staying focused on the destination, but it's also about recognizing of the progress you have made, recognizing your abilities and recognizing that you are on track. But if you take your eye off the prize for just 1 second, you're going to fall off the skateboard and you're going to hurt yourself. All right. But it is about, this skater is really living life on the edge. And sometimes for some people that can be like terrifyingly scary, but for other people it's what brings excitement and enthusiasm to their lives. Remember, your theme is thriving, so it means that if you do get close to the edge, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay, all right? But it is about just being focused on the bigger picture, focused on what is it that you're trying to achieve for yourself around your career, your finances, and your stuff. And if you stay focused on that, good things are coming. Okay. Next, we have this card over here, which is going to give you insight into your health and well-being for the month of November. So health and well-being, your physical body. We have got King of Cups energy. Actually, going to bring it closer to show you. I love the artwork on these cards. So here we have Dad. Dad has come home at the end of the day. The kids and the dog, look at this little puppy down the bottom here, are so excited to see him. Dad is obviously a creative. Dad is a painter. The kids have given him a gift. It says, I love Dad. And he looks just so excited about it. We've got a plant on this end, got a cup on this end. The kids are giving him all the love in the world. And even the dog is like, yay, Dad's home. So, King of Cups, that's exactly what the King of Cups represents. It represents, acknowledging the people that you do everything for, acknowledging the reasons for existence. And his family is his reason for existence. He gets the opportunity to be creative. He gets the opportunity to do his work. And when he comes home, there is celebration, there is acknowledgement. King of Cups, he is the leader of the household. He is the person who takes care of everybody, provides for everybody, not just on a material money point of view, but on an emotional point of view. And from a health and well-being point of view for you, Cancerians, this is Spirit saying to you, again, I have said it already, and I'm going to say it again. Celebrate how well you're doing. Okay, remember, you are thriving this month. You are thriving. You are reaching the top of the tree and eating the freshest, juiciest leaves that there are, because that's what giraffes do. But you're also in such a good place. So again, even if you do have health concerns, even if you are, battling with something at the moment, this is Spirit saying, acknowledge the small victories. Acknowledge the small victories. And if you do that, you will recognize how far you've come, all that you have achieved, and how much love you have around you. Celebrate the good stuff and pay less attention to the bad stuff. We can't say ignore the bad stuff, because that would really be bad advice for you. But it's about every single day when you come home, give gratitude for that. Practice gratitude, celebrate that, acknowledge that, and let that be okay for you. All right. Good. So, Cancerians, I have two cards left at the bottom here, and this is from a completely different tarot deck, which means that these three cards get an opportunity to come through again if they need to. Questions we're asking here is, what do you need to embrace during the month, and what do you need to be mindful of or careful of during the month? So let's have a look and see, considering our theme is thriving. So what to embrace? Now we've got a negative card, so to speak. This is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups, you can see by the body language, you can see by the person, the way that they're standing and this big black cloak that they have around them. There's a little bit of sadness there. There's a little bit of disappointment, okay? But what this is, and again, this is Spirit telling you to embrace it, to accept it, to acknowledge it, to welcome it in. This person is feeling very disappointed at the fact that these three cups have fallen over, are empty, and what little bit of liquid they had has spilt out. You can see that there's red wine and water that has spilt out. I mean, and he's obviously very unhappy about that. But instead of focusing on the challenges and the problems, he needs to turn around him and see that there are some positives as well. Okay? There are some positives as well. But this is focusing on when one thing goes wrong, we put all our heart and soul onto that one thing and we neglect everything else. Spirit is saying embrace that, recognize that this is something that you have the tendency to do, okay? You have the tendency to acknowledge the one thing that's gone wrong when there are five other things that have gone well for you. And we need to embrace it. Embrace that that's who you are so that you can therefore be mindful about changing the behavior. Because remember, we're thriving, we're doing well, we've got happiness, we need to be focused, and we need to celebrate everything that's going on in your life. So embrace the fact, recognize that this is part of your makeup, that this is part of who you are. And when you admit that to yourself, you are then able, instead of getting absorbed into that situation, to look around you and see the opportunities that are in fact there for you. And that is what is most important. Okay. Our last card over here, Cancerians. This is what you need to be mindful of or what you need to be careful of during the month. And we have Page of Cups energy. So Page of Cups, I do think is one of my favorite of the pages. So Page energy is very young and very carefree and very naive, ambitious and creative and all of that, but also recognizing that they haven't quite figured out exactly how things work out yet. Okay, so there's still a little bit of learning and understanding that needs to take place. So basically what Spirit is saying to you here, what to be mindful of, is that yes, you are thriving, you are doing really well, you are achieving great many things, but there is still so much more that needs to come through. There is still so much more that you need to achieve, that you need to learn, that you need to comprehend, and you need to understand. So even though emotionally we're in a good space, even though financially and physically we're on the edge, we're on the verge, but we're still succeeding. And on a physical level, we are celebrating and acknowledging there's still so much more that you can explore, that you can learn, that you can experience with yourself. So Spirit is saying, don't allow yourself to think that you are, I don't know, better than anybody else. I know that's a really terrible phrase, but it's the way that it comes through to me, okay? It's about, and this is why Spirit is saying, be careful of this. Be careful of when you have so much success. Be careful of feeling like you are untouchable, that you are just, above everybody else, because you're actually not, even though you are thriving. So it's about just recognizing the balance between where you are, where you think you are, and what's actually going on around you, and make sure that you keep everything in balance. Be mindful that when things go wrong, that doesn't determine the overall. When something goes wrong, acknowledge that, see that, recognize it, but then move on to other things. Don't feel so self-assured that you are, that nothing can go wrong for you, because actually it can. All right. Even though there's so much positive out there for you, this is just Spirit bringing you back to reality and saying to you, don't be so self-assured. All right. But honestly, I look at this and I think, Cancerians, you're in for an amazing month of November. And, if things do go wrong, if you are suddenly finding yourself during the month feeling a little bit uncertain and unsure of yourself, do come back to this video, do come back here and listen to this again, because this may be the reminder or the nudge or the focus that you need to overcome the situation and the challenge that you're going through. And I do think this is exactly why Spirit is saying a lot of positive is absolutely available to you, is absolutely there for you, and you are thriving, but we want to make sure that we keep ourselves in check. Alrighty. So Cancerians, I do hope that November is kind to you, gentle to you. I do hope that you achieve everything that you've got set out for yourself. Celebrate those victories. Celebrate the milestones and the accomplishments, all of them. All right. And as always, with love and blessings, from my heart to yours, And until we connect again, do take care.